Everybody, and welcome back to No Man's Land. Still in the 2nd of April, but we are going to be moving along at a pretty good clip once we get all this hay picked up. Rabbit Rob, Will, Sean 79, and Tech for Disabled. How is everybody doing this evening? Hump Day. It is Wednesday, March 9th. Oh, Rabbit Rob, I'm doing fine today. Just fine. Oh, sorry to hear that, Will. Sorry to hear that. Hope you all had a chance to check out the 2 new and noteworthies that have been dropped over the last 24 hours. Rather interesting PC mods. Alright, let's get this crazy contraption running. We've gone around and headed all this grass into some hay, but we went and spread it out, so we need to gather it together. Why not do 2 passes at one time? With the fabulous lizard rake. I know there was a time where I didn't think this thing was a legit thing. Then I discovered it is indeed a legit piece of machinery. Well, Tech for Disabled, what is a survivor run? I would say this probably is not a survivor run, given the fact that we started with so much money. I think a survivor run on a legit survivor run on this map would probably be utter boredom for the viewer. Either that, or it would take so much time on the content creator in order to get anything kind of noteworthy done. But honestly, I've never really understood the quote survivor monocle. Ah, the R90 is a fine piece of kit. Hadn't had an opportunity really to use it until now. No, not enough time in the day yet. The way it always is. Never enough time in the day. We have gotten all of our fields seeded or planted, weeded, and rolled. Everything is ready to go. Other than our need to gather in this hay. There we go. Alan, it is evening for me. It is going on 8 o'clock. Yeah, we are gathering the hay because we discovered that moving to 2-day months has crippled our ability to dry this grass with any speed. And we'd be leaving all this hay on the ground for the better part of a year as we wait on the grass dryer to do its thing. But actually, Alan, we've got people from all over the world here tonight. We have folks where it is morning time. We have folks where it's afternoon, evening, and extremely overnight. We got that done, and big congratulations to Brian, winner of the Antonio Cario DLC giveaway from last night. I let him know via email. Haven't heard back, so I don't know if he's checked his email or not. And we have conducted another giveaway, which will conclude on March 15th. So if you weren't able to enter, or obviously you didn't win yesterday's giveaway, then you have a chance to enter again tonight. Alan, thank you very much, sir, for the membership upgrade to Farm Baron. I'm going to be doing a credit update probably around the middle of next week. I tend to do updates to the credits twice a month. The start of the month and the middle of the month, so it'll be a few days before your name hits the credits, but it'll be there here in about less than a week's time. Definitely less than a week's time. And speaking of the giveaway, there's Streamlabs with the link. Pretty easy to enter. We had a couple hundred people enter last week, so that is awesome. everybody, and welcome back to No Man's Land and our farm build series. We are in the 2nd of April, or basically the middle of April, and we are busy collecting hay off of our large grass field up here on top of the hill. Everything has been seeded and planted, weeded and rolled. Once we get our hay off the field, we're going to be fast forwarding not only just one day, but we're probably going to be moving on into summertime and seeing what maybe we can start harvesting. Maybe we'll stop every so often and move some raw materials into some production elements. Make sure our animals are fed. But overall, the farming is done. How are you all doing tonight? David, Alan, Will, Gaming Joy, Phil, Tech for the Disabled, Ryan, Norris, Dwayne, Unra, welcome. Rabbit Rob, ever-present Rabbit Rob, and everyone else out there in Viewerland, welcome. Well, Kev Racing at PS4, I tend to not give map recommendations anymore because inevitably a map I recommend, the person usually comes back and says, but that one's got square fields, I like not so square fields, or that one doesn't have square fields, I like square fields. So I've pretty much given up on map recommendations because I don't know what your preferences are. Everyone has different preferences, but what I can tell you to do is check out my first impressions playlist. We are up to 30 some maps in that playlist, and that will definitely help you narrow down on a map. Well, I happen to have a UK maps playlist, so there you go. You can look at just the UK maps playlist. Thumbnails have PDAs of the map. There are timestamps in the description. You can jump to the segments that most interest you. Because to be quite honest, I probably could not name one UK map off the top of my head. Uh-oh, we got rain coming. Good thing we don't have the concept of rot in seasonal cycles. Seen a fair bit of maps in testing. I think some of those may be updates, but we got a few new maps listed there in testing too. Hope they get released this week. Sounds like Kev Racing is looking for a UK map. Alan, I know as much as you know, which is as much as they have mentioned in the blog post. I suspect we're not going to get a whole lot more information until after the DLC is released. Because when they made the precision farming blog announcement last week, there were 6 weeks. April 19th is the release date. There was 6 weeks from that point until April 19th. And there were 3 weeks between the now and the DLC release. So I think what they might do is give us information after the DLC release for the weeks leading up to April 19th. Now, if you haven't seen the blog post, I can talk a little bit about the blog post, but I don't know anything more than what is basically been announced on the blog post. Just dumped in here. Make another run. What do I want to check my production, and I want to check it's up here. We can put our next load in the hay dryer, or in the TMR mixer, which is the second mixer right here. We'll top off that. Bob and weave, bob and weave. What did you all think of the REA 22 wheels mod? We did a new and noteworthy on that overnight. That seemed to be received well. And then earlier this afternoon, we dropped a new and noteworthy on the tow chain mod. I'm interested to know what you all think about that. I had a little creative freedom with the tow chain mod. Thought I'd get a little, start the video out with some drama. Alan McCone, oh my gosh, Alan, what is that? I am speechless. At least just for a few seconds. Thank you very much, sir, for the $100 super chat, dropping a big old century mark there. Thank you very much. Me and Raz are your favorite streamers. I was blessed recently. Keep it up. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Big old round of applause too, Alan. Seriously, that is amazing. So David, which mod was interesting, the wheels mod or the tow chain? I'll tell you, after adding the wheels mod, you might need the tow chain mod in order to unstuck yourself. Oh, well, that's what you get for sleeping while the world is awake. You can't be sleeping your life away. Elbow Bobby, thank you for the subscription. Thank you very much, sir. Michael, how are you doing tonight? For anyone looking for the giveaway for the Antonio Cario pack, just do explanation giveaway. Streamlabs will be more than happy to put a link in chat. We're doing a drawing on March 15th for that. 61 degrees. It's kind of cool here also. Cooled down a fair bit. They're actually saying we might get an inch or two of snow this weekend, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. For another load, just endless loops. An hour and 10 minutes at the car wash. Was it backed up? Were they broken? Tony Gaming, welcome, sir. Now, there was another interesting mod that dropped today. I'm not planning on doing a video on it, but it's definitely worth being aware of. There is a corn header that dropped today that actually has the ability to mulch while you are harvesting your corn. So you can do two steps at once. Harvest your corn and mulch immediately. And it's definitely worth checking out. Oh, the manual bay. Taking your time. If it was 61 degrees, I don't know how much time I'd be taking in the with the power wand. I don't know how big it was. I just saw it. I didn't absorb the stats of it. B9 bot. Won't let you mow grass. Is this grass that you own? Is this grass on fields you own? Or land you own? this on a base game map or a modded map? And this is map grass right here. This is not a planted field. So I don't think it was anything related to the update, because we mowed this just a few days ago. I don't know, I'd say go and put it in the bug tracker. Do a bug report if you're doing it with no mods and you own the field. So mixed rations. How much hay do we have here? We got plenty of room for hay. Look at all that straw we got. I do know that I've heard that they have internally fixed the strapping problem that was introduced with the 1.3 update. And that'll be resolved whenever the next patch is released. There we go. Schultz Modding, what is up? Any word on your submissions? I mean, when you say ruin the game you had going, have you tried a whole new save with 0 mods in your mod folder, not just enabled, but physically remove all the mods from your mod folder, start a new save game, and then go mow whatever that field is on Elm Creek that has grass at the start? Can't mow that grass? Because just because you have a mod that is disabled doesn't mean it isn't actually affecting the game. Especially if it is a script-based mod, they can still adversely affect your game. This is the Lizard R90 rig. It is all platforms, and it is available over at the Giants Mod Hub or the in-game downloadable content menu. It's the Lizard R90. Amazing working with. Crossplay always for the win, right? I am in favor of everything and anything being crossplay released, and what I learned last week is that Giant said that they test everything for console unless it is either script-based or would violate copyright or trademark, meaning that it is a brand that is not available for them to put on console. They basically test every mod that could possibly go on console for console. So I had at one point thought that it was up to the modders' discretion as to if they wanted it to be tested for a console release, but apparently they test everything that can be for it. Yeah, I'd say B9bots put in a bug report with their feedback tool. If you're on PC, supply the save game. If you are on console, I guess you can't supply the save game, but at least you can report and give as detailed a description as possible on the problem and how you can replicate the problem, and if you can include screenshots of the problem occurring. All of that will help them. So yeah, if you're on PC, upload your save game. I didn't see who did it. Who was the magical modder that did the 100 kilogram pallets? Oh, by just Joff. That's all his name was. I thought you were being fancy and abbreviated his name. It's just XML overwrites. Likely Schultz XML overwrites. Since it's all platforms, right? He just is intercepting the in-game pallet weights and overwriting it and saying, no, 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 you don't weigh this much, you weigh this other amount. Now, I couldn't tell you the first thing on how to do it. I just understand how it's done, but not how it's done. But seriously, you majorly impressed me. I'm majorly impressed. You've just fully gone double legs, just jumping right on into this modding thing. Super impressive. then what a script. The palette thing? No, it can't be a script. It's available for all platforms. It's got to be XML only. Let's look at it. While we are running down the road here, let's download it. Yeah, it's all XML. So let's make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? No. Well, I can't make it any bigger, but it's just XML. There's just, here's all the XMLs. The fabric palette is just defining the XML, defining the palette, defining the weight, and it's basically, I guess, I mean, it looks like maybe he exported all of the palettes as mods, and then basically they're custom palettes, but he's telling the game that they are basically the in-game palettes. That's my guess. I don't know. We have 4 more runs that run the full length of this field. And then we got a couple shorter runs. So we've got maybe 5, 6 more loads. And let's welcome to the most fabulous month of the year. May is here. Why is it so fabulous? Because it's the shortest, M-A-Y. Super easy to spell. For the spelling challenged. The game is amazing. The game is absolutely amazing with how you can mod it and customize it, and just about anything can be overwritten or overridden. Indeed. Oh, anybody remember the lightsaber mod for FS19 released on May the 4th? Tona Gaming! Happy May Day to you! Oh! Maybe you celebrate with a Friday the 13th marathon. Maybe a Jason-themed party. I love that. Love the lightsaber mod. I had fun making that video. channel my inner Jedi. So you only had a PC for 6 months. What did you play before that? Was it, I guess it was PlayStation? Were you a PlayStation guy? Oh, Dwayne's son is birthday on Star Wars Day. Wouldn't it be a travesty? It'd be an absolute travesty if you didn't like Star Wars. It'd be like blasphemy. Boy, you can't not like Star Wars. You were born for Star Wars. And no crossplay in those days for sure. But now you can play with your nephews, which is what is so awesome, is the crossplay capability. That's Star Wars. What? You are joking. That's right, Gaming Bro. It is March 9th. Bring us back to a little bit of reality. Happy hump day to you, sir. We can check our fields here and see how well we managed to weed them. Looking like I may have... Oops. I completely didn't weed this field. Oops. We'll need to get that taken care of. If there's any other fields we didn't weed. Exactly, RX7 Mouse. I did look after the stream, and what I was looking at in the calendar above me was the fact that March 20th is the first day of spring. I was seeing words on March 20th, and I wasn't able to read the words, so I was just thinking that it meant the time changed, but yeah. It changes this weekend. Oopsie daisy. This thing can pull the weeder, the hoe. Find out. Looks like it might be a little heavy. Yeah, we should put a weight on it. activate it. But yeah, it's probably gonna need to be new pallets. Now on PC, there's a way to hack the save game to reference the existing pallets to the mod, but you can't do that on console. So you're gonna have to move the existing pallets, and then the new ones will be lighter. Why green? Ask your question. Why? Ask why. We can try Bell Advise. Let's see if we can move it. It's not funny when it actually works, is it? My little Finn. He's the brute. Brutus the beefcake Finn. He punches well above his weight class. Hire helper. Oh, why won't it? Why you don't want to let me join my brother? Because I can't join multiplayer. Are you both on the same platform? Or are you on different platforms? Is he playing with mods? You have to have the exact same mod. What's the message? So you're both on PlayStation 4. So yeah. Same mod versions. I don't know anything about consoles to know if it auto syncs or anything. You have to have the exact same mod and the exact same version of that mod. If you have a newer version and he has an older version, it will not work. You have to have the exact same version of the map. If you put a password in, you need to have a password. Let's see here. This is running. That is running. Our animals. Pigs look good. Oh, the sheep are doing good. Cows could use some food. These guys are completely out of food. We will feed the Angus hay since our TMR is so slow to be made. We are making a fortune on production. 48,000, 53,000, 6,000, 50, 49. Of course, we spent a fortune when we were putting in our winery over there. That put a major hit on our finances. See, look at that. 199, 310, 343,000 spent. Is it hard to update mods on console? So my beans look weed-free for the most part. I saw Hobo's Holler got updated today. Said they lowered the price of land, fixed some issues around something. Unfold our rakes. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with saves. Or are you talking about the map? You know, you're talking about Hobo's Holler. I haven't been able to play on that. Any word on those 4X maps that were in testing for console? I looked at the map testing list today, but I don't recall seeing those maps in testing anymore. Yeah, we got it. One load, probably 2 loads, 3 loads, probably 2.5 loads after this. Which map was 16? Scott, after placing a new building, to use the smooth function. But depending on what platform you're on, you may not be able to level all the way up to the building because of various collisions and such. Now on PC there is a paint and terraform anywhere mod. And that will basically give you the freedom to terraform a lot closer to existing buildings. But typically you need to be leveling before you put a building down. Because buildings can do interesting things, right? Oh, that's a 16x. I wish I had time to keep up with this stuff. I'm sure you could search the internet and find one. I'm sure there's at least one out there by the map author. I think he's been pretty front facing with his development. But I don't have any videos on it. I don't know, Scott, is that a mod that came from the mod hub? Is that a building that was included with the map? Almost sounds like the clear area on the mod is messed up. Ray, I don't understand the question. I know it's easy for you to restart games, but do you do a law that under your capacity? What? I don't understand the question. got all the long runs. We just have a little bit of stuff up here on this end of the field. We should have no problem with worrying about running out of. He's doing a good job on his weenie. So when you're saying landscape, you mean this function? You're using this to level? Now when you level, click and hold and then just move it around. Right? Just clicking it once won't do anything. You really need to hold it down and move it around. Type of a thing. Oh, right, no. I pretty much never restart a game save. So this is the same game save as oh my gosh. Oh. Emergency jerry can. Why do I still have grass in here? Emergency jerry can. There we go. So this is the same game save as when we started this. I've updated the map as it's had an update. Same with the old stream. The old stream map hasn't had, yeah, it has. The old stream farm's been updated. I have not restarted the save game. About the only time I restart a save game is if I'm doing map testing for somebody and they give us a new map. What? He's not. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh, is this thing full? Because it's not. It's full because of the combined amounts. Go in there with this. Let's feed our sheep first. Dog. You mean, oh, so like just restarting because you screwed up or ran out of money or something? I'd rather not do that, but oh well. For me, not really. I haven't really had to restart that way because I tend to... On gameplays where I take money seriously, I tend to try to play within the means of the bank. Or do you mean like just you're playing and the game's not working right? So you save it, close it, and start it back up? Like reboot the game, if you will. Captain Cube, it's working out just fine. I mean, it goes down like fuel, you refill it. I mean, if you're talking like the equivalent of restarting your game just because it's acting weird. Oh. No, because I just go with the flow. I mean, if the weather doesn't turn out the way you expect it, well, that's just the way life goes sometimes. lumberjack mod is... It's on my list of mods that I don't really ever want to see used in a server because of, well, past experiences. That is the way it doesn't always work out the way you want it, right? I mean, I try to take every new game save on any new map to be a little bit different. Right? It's not entertaining to me if I do the same old thing on just a different map. So like on this map, we went big. We went big farming, we went big fields, we went basically build out everything, place things, and we went with a big bank balance because I didn't want to basically be slow at doing things. On Elm Creek, when we were doing that, we started with new farmer mode. We started with that equipment. We sold all the land and all the vehicles, and that was the money we used to start buying our stuff and buying our land, and that was a much slower paced gameplay initially. Then on the old stream farm, I went with the new farmer mode and bought the land that I wanted, bought the machinery that I wanted, and we're playing pretty much with a standard game economy. We don't have any money cheated in. What's the next gameplay going to be like? I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see what the map tells me. I have to feel the next gameplay we might be playing with a lot of New Holland tractors. Just to change it up. But I've also been at this for 2017, 2016. So I've been at Farm Sim for quite a while, and while each version is different, it's also a lot of the same. Crop copters. Kind of gimmicky, but yeah. One, two, three, 4 passes. Still over there, Owen. I might just sell this. Sell the hay. Farm shop. Whoa. Let's see how much money we get for this. $2,500, better than nothing. I can't get rid of it. But also, Ray, I end up really not playing too many maps. So we're in March. The game came out, what, in November? Right? So December, January, February, March. We are working towards our 4th month of this game being out, and I've played on 3 different maps. I've actually had 3 different maps that I've actually played on. And that's been Elm Creek, No Man's Land, and the Old Stream Farm. Alright, David, catch you later. Thanks for dropping by. Tomorrow we'll be on Forza Horizon 5. Checking out the new season. It's going to be autumn, I think. I am most excited about seeing how they are going to incorporate the crop sensors, because I don't think they're going to be incorporating them the way they were used in 19. I think they're going to be incorporated in a more realistic way, where we have to wait for our crops to emerge, and then we basically have to crop sample in order to see what kind of nitrogen we need to put on them. So I think it's going to add yet another level of interactivity and field work. So precision farming in 19 was pretty much established that it made your gameplay easier, right? If you did it on auto mode, you could get by with 1 pass of fertilizing on auto mode. But I think the way they're going to implement it in 22, we will be able to apply nitrogen as a pre-crop application. And then we'll have to come through and scan the field and see if we have to add any nitrogen post-crop emergence. And if we do, then we can use probably manual or automatic application rate at that point. I'm also curious what the environmental score is that they've mentioned. Placeable crop circle mod. What kind of black magic are you talking? I mean, we've got different types of fertilizer today, right? So maybe some type of fertilizer we have in game now will become fertilizer that you have to apply before seeding, and maybe there's another type of fertilizer you have to apply after seeding. Right, that would be interesting. Well, Senator, how are you doing tonight? I don't know if I have RE22 on this save or not. I went to, and then I ended up loading up the wrong mod folder. So I don't know if I actually added it to this save or not. Well, we know that we now have variable rate weed control, or herbicide application, so it's possible that the only way to do a variable weed rate or herbicide rate would be to do it after weed emergence. I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Bruce and Hootie, welcome to the stream. There we go. Yeah, Bob, you can if you enable free place mode with V. Free place mode will let you pretty much put a building inside of a building. Let's grab this. Then we have a little bit over here we need to grab. We'll see if our tractor over there needs more help finishing its weeding. Well, Schultz, you have the Paint and Terraform Anywhere mod, which disables the land ownership check, and then you can indeed place literally anywhere. In the in that mod video, I basically built out a sell point on Elm Creek down by the grocery mart, in that little open lot beside the grocery mart. And that's on unbuyable land. But of course, that is PC only, so it wouldn't be crossplay. There is the bail limit on console. Yes. I think it's 200. Well, this is very interesting. How did you get wrapped around a tree? Alternator, it just changes the weight. Yeah, for console players, it's a no-no. It is a little disappointing that the farmhouses that were included with the game did not have interiors. Yeah, it feels a little bit like a cop-out or a taking the easy way out by just using the new window technique on them. But the problem with that, with consoles and scripts, it lies with Sony and Microsoft, and probably more with Sony than Microsoft, but it lies with the console manufacturers more than with giants. That is a interesting experiment for sure. So build up the save game with, let's say, Place Anywhere or the Terraform Anywhere mod, and then once you have everything set the way you want it, take that mod out. Things are already placed, and then crossplay should work, because having that mod enabled isn't what allows those places to exist. Once they're in the XML, they're in the XML. They may be tied to your farm ID, right? But there's a couple ways to hack that. Let's see. Let's go to weeds. So we've got some weeds over here we need to clean up. These weeds. Other than that, pretty straightforward. We need to feed our chickens. We need to feed our cows. B9bot, you don't change your save game slot in game. The only way to move your save game to a different slot is to do it outside of the game. If you're on console, you can't do that. If you're on PC, you go to Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 22. And in there, you will see save game 1 through 20. What you need to do is go into the slot you want to move and copy the contents and place that contents into another save game slot. And then when you boot up the game, both of the save game slots will have the same game in it. And at that point, you now have duplicated your game. And if you're satisfied, you could delete the contents of the other slot, save game slot, and there you go, you moved it. Production rates are those are stored within the mod though. Really, so you can't change the mod or crossplay won't work. Balance 101, what is up? Yeah, because the only way to change in-game production would be to do it via a mod. If you're changing the base game production in your XML on your machine isn't running the game. Right, the game's running on the server with its XML on the server. Grade, we went over this. If you have the exact same mods and they are the exact same version, then the only reason you wouldn't be able to connect would be is if you're not putting the right password in. I assume you can see their save game or their server. Beyond that, it is going to be impossible to troubleshoot without being there and seeing it. Fabulous winery. our way over here and do a little weeding on our sunflower field. Soybeans or soy field. Scooter's workbench, what is up? Are you in the same household, a different household? Are you using two different copies of the game, or are you trying to use the same disc copy? We won't worry about those weeds. We won't worry about that. I know, right? It's like what black magic makes this thing only get rid of weeds and not the plant? Yeah, but I think they're both on PS4, so I'd assume different. Yeah. Well, you know, B9 bot, it's just, we just call this the gamification of farming. Gamification of farming. Ah, okay. Yeah, you kind of wish Farm Sim was multiplayer, like 2-player, right? Not with Farm Sim. Every multiplayer session has to go through the matchmaking servers because they're also doing a license check. So you have to have unique copies of the game. So if you have one retail disc and you are somehow sharing that between two consoles, that will not work. Same reason why you have to have, if you run a dedicated server, you have to have two copies of the game, two codes, two licenses. Feed our pigs and our cows. And then we're going to fast forward. And just for you guys, I'm actually going to wash my stuff. I'm washing it. I'm washing my stuff because you guys whine and complain about how I never wash stuff off. You don't need a GPU on a dedicated server because it runs headless. You don't need a monitor. It runs the game in a basic command prompt. It runs the game in text mode. You can run a dedicated server off a complete snail of a computer. Where is that trailer? Trailer be gone. Here you be. Trailer. That's what we call it. We washed it. Porky pigs. But we're not going to repair it or paint it. We never paint. Never paint. Painting's like auto load. It's for babies. If you wash it, the stuff might break, might fall off. You have no clue how much stuff is being held together with dirt. If it ain't broke, don't break it. Leave that dirt on there, boy. Uh-oh. course I'm talking, it's just muted. I'm in deep concentration. I'm deeply concentrating. See, now you never know. Am I muted or just being quiet? Maybe I'm toying with your emotions. Maybe it's my way of saying, oh, do they wish I would talk or be quiet? So you probably didn't hear me reference crab apple. That's what I'm guessing. Big bags of chicken feed. Give me 2 sun. And watch this magic. This is what I call a double bag lifter. We are hacking the game. Oh. Double bag lifter. It is in the bag. Oh, oh, oh. You can sound double forking it. Oh my gosh, how much chicken feed did you all need? No, that's enough. Oh, it's the werewolf. Everybody watch out. Elliot Jim is in the house. He's a little early. We're gonna actually stick around for a wee little bit. Pigs are good. Sheep are good. We need to feed them buggers. And what the hey, let's get 2 more bags of this. I'll get 2 more bags of that. Then we'll feed our animals. Hey, it's Alien Jim. Everybody, call the law. There's been an alien sighting. Pro gamer move. Make them babies dance. Jiggle, jiggle, watch them wiggle. It's skills like this which are going to make PC players on the top when we have our PC versus console multiplayer war coming in April to a map unknown. Ray, the maximum limit is 16. 16 players is the max. Depends on the number of slots you have if you have a dedicated server. If you are playing on a private dedicated server, then you don't have a slot count limit. There's an 8 farm, 16 player limit now. If you are a console player and you're hosting it, then the limit may be lower. I can't vouch for that. Calvin, it starts April 1st. It will run for the entire month of April. Terms and conditions still apply. So we're still on the lookout for a map. We still have to firm up some gameplay regulations. Lots of time still. Yeah, 16 is the limit, but really it depends on the number of slots that the server you have has, or if you are a PC or console player hosting it. I would say it probably would be a good idea to be familiar with multiplayer if you were wanting to participate. Heard it right here. Mercury Farm shit pack is pending testing. I mean, who can't love all those decorative packs now separate from the map? They would be updated separate of No Man's Land. There will be more to the gameplay than just bank account. So I'm sure there will be some marshmallows made. There will be more involved than just racking up some money. All right, let's check our sheep. Sheep are good. These guys could use a top off. Oh, Schultz is in testing. Are those console or those QA guys working more late nights? Viewer voting element, interesting. So how would a viewer voting element work between channels? Because the console folks are going to be streaming on at least one channel. PC folks are going to be streaming on at least one other channel. This channel, right? I'll squeeze out of there. So the red versus green rule set is going to be basically the underlining pinning of the rule set. There'll be added things added to that, like forestry being banned, no tree cutting. Thou shalt not cut a single tree. Welcome to July. There should be crop ready to harvest. Oh, look. We have crop ready to harvest. That's what we're going to be doing in next stream, no doubt. We top these animals off. Don't have to worry about them anymore. Oh my gosh, I got some milk to transport. Oh, they're out of water. Good grief. Got everything. So yeah, I didn't ask Connect Modding about their parrot. Failed again? Do they tell you why? Then they have to live with his Schultz modding, or maybe we'll have a penalty, a forestry penalty. Negative points for every tree cut. Because inevitably on every competition, it comes down to just people grinding trees. And trees are such a pain in the butt. Can't tell you how much time I've spent trying to fix a save game because of some stupid tree. An eaten tree is a tree that didn't earn them money. So I could go for deleted trees. You want to delete a tree? Sure, it's a free tree, right? For foliage blending, tire pressure. What? It has too much air in its virtual tires? What? You've overinflated your virtual tires, they may pop. What? Let's see. No, we've gotten rid of a whole lot more than 7 trees. So a deleted tree is a deleted tree. Which I would say would be fine because you wouldn't go around deleting a bunch of trees for the heck of it, right? There's no money in deleting trees. Too much air in these tires, they're not deforming at all. Well, I also don't have enough TMR to give them. TMR thing is slow to produce. How's my greenhouse is on water? Oh, there's still. Well, I do need them to reproduce, so the Angus will reproduce once their health is high enough. Aesthetics implies it's a build component, right? We don't even know the map yet. Health? Ultimately health? Yeah, health affects reproduction. Oh! Nobody tell the guy car. Nobody tell the guy that owns that car what happened. It's mum's the word. We did not run into anything. We definitely did not run into anything. Alright, so that bakery doesn't need milk. The industrial bakery doesn't need milk. You can't just take the forestry mulcher up to a tree on console and it cut it down. Ray, it's hard to say if they'll introduce irrigation at some point in the game. There's been irrigation mods in the past, and those mods have basically just been liquid fertilizer sprayers. In essence. Or welcome to the stream. You never know, it may be on their roadmap. Now that we have seasonal cycles, they may implement the concept of moisture in the next version of the game, or they may introduce it in the expansion at the end of 2022. So 9,000, another load of milk from that guy. 3 loads of milk from that guy. Good. Holy cow, we got 110 110 chickens? Oh, we have 110 chickens. Oh, we have more than one batch now. We're hitting puberty. I might need to thin our chickens down a little bit. Because on PC it doesn't work that way. It's kind of odd. On PC I can just drive up to a tree with the mulcher and it will basically cut it, but then also grind it all up. Right now there's no concept of moisture other than when it's raining, you have reduced yield. That's not saying that it couldn't come. It's just saying if someone introduced an irrigation mod today, all it effectively would do would be apply a fertilization layer to whatever you quote-unquote irrigated. We've had those in the past where they took either liquid fertilizer or they took water, but all they really did was give you a fertilization layer. And once they were fully fertilized, they didn't do anything else for you. Alright guys, we are going to end it for the day. Tomorrow is going to be a Forza Horizon 5 live stream. It's going to be a new season over there, a new series, a new season. If you enjoy some racing mayhem, then be sure to come by tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for some Forza ring. Who knows what kind of craziness we might get into. It's always fun to hang out. And thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight's stream, enjoying it, having a fabulous conversation with all types of folks from all over the place. And until next time, happy farming.